let's get this day started. What is up, everybody? Alex here again with Jack Ryan Garage. Welcome back. As you can see, I'm at the shop again as usual, and today, probably by the video you just watched a few seconds ago, and as you can probably tell by the title, you know what this is all going to be about. It's going to be about my Integra. It is running now, as you just saw. Finally had time to just kind of button it all up. Well, it's like 90% buttoned up, but it is running. I'm going to kind of go through a little update on everything I got completed and everything I still need to do. As you can see, if you know these cars pretty well, there's usually an ABS module here. So as you can tell, I deleted ABS. Lots of the lines along the firewall and up here along the fender, all gone. I got a chase bays adjustable, a manually adjustable proportioning valve there, some stainless steel lines, little adapter fitting there into the master, and then I got a little bit of some custom lines down here I ran myself for the front brakes, and this adjustable proportioning valve is for the rear brakes. There's that little F valve that goes to the rear brakes. I got my Skunk 2 intake manifold on, my Skunk 2 throttle body on, my AEM cold air intake on, radiators in, Skunk 2 aluminum radiator, got a Mishimoto fan shroud. I could not run the second fan with this. It was hitting this header tube. So I'll probably eventually build some sort of block off where this fan was, just so I'm not losing too much air through here. So it'll all get sucked through this fan. I'm hoping that with the dual core aluminum radiator and this high CFM fan, I shouldn't have any overheating problems, I wouldn't think. But this Mishimoto setup is pretty nice. All plug and play, plugs right into your factory fan harness, so no splicing or anything you got to do there. Distributors on, spark plugs and wires is all in. My shiny little VTEC cap. Power steering pump got put on with the belt, fluids full. I still have yet to bleed the brakes after doing the whole ABS delete, and I did the stainless steel braided lines at all 4 corners, and then also on the front I've got the Box Racing 4-piston caliper set up. So the whole brake system has been completely redone basically, so it's all got to be bled out. I have some high temp racing fluid to put in it. I got to wait for some help to do that. I think that's pretty much it that I've done to get it running. It does obviously have oil in it. I wouldn't run it without oil. It does not have coolant in it. I was having for some reason my Skunk 2 radiator got left out with no, got sent out to me, and they left the drain petcock, the little plug at the bottom, out. So I ended up having to kind of get a bowl with a washer and kind of figure that out. So it doesn't have coolant in it now. That's something I'm going to be doing today, is get some coolant in it. And then other than that, yeah, it's ready to go. Like I said, just gotta bleed the brakes, get coolant in it. Right now it is open header because my test pipe, I had to modify my test pipe a bit, and I got it to fit now, but now the spring bolts don't work, so I need to find a new set of spring bolts to attach the test pipe to the collector on the header. But yeah, she's running, she's driving, she goes into gears. The only other thing I have to do as well, which is kind of at the bottom of my list because it's really not critical, is I put all these gauges in, my 3 pillar gauges there and the AFR here, and none of them are powering up. I don't know what I did wrong, but I wired them all in through the same power and ground as the radio, and the radio turns on but the gauges don't turn on. So it's kind of weird how they're all wired in the same place but only the radio turns on. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. That's kind of at the bottom of my list. I got to get my passenger seat put back in here. But yeah, she's up, she's running, she's driving. I'm gonna get some coolant put in this thing, and then I might work on the gauges today because that's the only other thing I can really do without help and without a lift. I don't have a lift today. I'll have to bleed the brakes and do the test pipe on the lift, and when I've got a second set of hands to help bleed the brakes. So yeah, I'm gonna throw some coolant in here and maybe try to figure something out with those gauges. That's basically gonna be it today. Just something short and sweet, just kind of give everybody an update on how the Integra is going, and show you guys that I got it running. It sounds good. I cranked it up for a little bit with the injectors and the distributor unplugged. Got some oil pressure built up and plugged everything in, and it basically fired right up. It's run good. It's idling a little funny, which it's probably still got to learn. It's idle. It hasn't run very long, and it doesn't have any coolant in it, and the coolant kind of helps the IAC, the idle air control valve, figure out what it wants to do. So I'm gonna get the coolant in there, get the gauges figured out, and I'll give you guys another update some other time. But I think this is gonna be it for today. Just a quick update on what's going on around here, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.